can you ignore what's right in front of you? The dream scourge is here, in the soil, and it's killing us. Oh my goodness. Are you a godlike? In that case, you're right on time.
Maybe you can talk some sense into our governor. Put the fear of the gods in him.
Tempers are high, but I don't see any assassins.
Excuse me, but unless you have official business, I'll thank you. We have Giata to thank for that.
As you can see, I was just proving a point.
A cart full of spoiled vegetables. You call that a...
Emerald Stair used to be a lush garden for miles around, and now I don't even recognize it. First came the invasive species, roots and mycelium growing overnight, as though nature itself had gone. The dream scourge has twisted our lands, our wildlife. Indeed. We were fighting. I believe that we can restore the land, bring back its soul, and its... Our governor would rather ignore the problem. He doesn't trust Animacy as his father did.
They do. And that's the kind of reckless behavior I'm...
Reckless is all we have time for. Before we can deal with the dream scourge, we first... Unfortunately, new experiments have to go...
Must be nice that all the arguing isn't about you, for once.
I'm just trying to stop Giata. I see you're unfamiliar with Animacy. You don't appreciate... Are you going to tell him about your family's basement?
How dare you use that against me?
I know it was an accident, but...
While we argue among our... It's nothing. Our governor is backed into a corner and lashing out. Buy me a drink sometime, and I'll tell you all about my family's basement. All of the above. Well, Governor, looks like I'm taking some...
Your request is denied.
I wasn't asked...
Your responsibilities are to the settlement. Turning away from them...
Everything I have proposed has been for Fior. And you, under the circumstances, I don't have...
Then neither do I. Giata Castel.
Whoa. You're banishing her for that?
What?
Ignacy, we can't lose her...
Your pupil has gone too far, Quilici. Take her and leave. You're still a guest in my... Perhaps. But I can't just let...
They aren't your animals.
Don't bother, old man. I've done all I can for Fior Messivern. Now limp back to your giant. We should talk somewhere private. Meet me at my house, due west.
Ado!
That did not go as I had planned. I'm sorry you had to see...
Giata, some...
Why start now?
We're on the verge of extinction, but our governor is too busy protecting his fragile ego. Because they're cowards.
You did...
Curses. Without Fior Messivern, I'm hardly... The tools, the workshop. Most of us would be better off. At least now I'm free to... The dream scourge has been a thorn in my side for too long. I have plans for...
Your parents would be proud to see such tenacity.
Anyway, listen to... I never expected to see an Adiran envoy here. It's not for the faint of heart. Our first order of business is the Dream Scourge, but I'm also curious about you. There aren't many godlike left these days. Sorry, I only bring it up because Animacy might offer us some... While I pack up my belongings, you can help me by... I don't even know. I just realized this is the end.
You may not see it from this vantage, my dear, but I always knew this day would come.
Quilici.
Once again, you missed the...
Thank you. I'm ready. When it comes to the Dream Scourge, we haven't been... Today, that... Glad to hear it. Your Manto Pastor is in the workshop. Elia Rossell is an authority. And then there's Yvette and Remy. Each of them owes me a favor. Drop my name. We're about to make...
Guessing she's not much of a hunter. Might want to get extra rations next time we go shopping.
Godlike, Imperial Envoy, Research Assistant. Who knew?
Founded machine. Oh, I heard there was a new arrival, but I didn't expect a godlike. Welcome to our modest... more than most, but unfortunately, I... Ha! What I need is... Grimoires can hold intent. Besides, grimoires require a wizard to draw... Oh, wait. One of our rangers reported that an Adragon's heart can hold an immense amount of S. The grove is to the west across the chasm. You can't miss it. The range, you may be able to retrieve it without violence, but still, Delmgon queens can be reasoned with, so if you want to get the heart peacefully, try not to kill her guards. Well, aren't you full of surprises? For an Adiran, you're very resourceful. With any luck, I can tell you, now that I've got the heart, No, not to worry. Let's start with an easy one. You wake up on a beach. All right, let's try some word association. Chrysalis.
A spark ignites a flame. An idea ignites a war.
Hello? You still with me? You're not... Hey, let's go over yours. Your soul is like a piece of sea glass. Your godlike nature is a marvel to behold. Usually all it takes is a mirror. What I see is something... It's old, dark, and... nothing harmful. Fascinating. Between the two of us, she's on to some... The essence has been drained from the land. And risk joining her in exile? Regardless, essence doesn't just... All I can tell you is keep looking. You'll find what you're at. As much as I hate giving people bad news.
Keep looking, huh? I'm getting a bad feeling about what we'll find.
Yeah, I'll be honest. He lost me when he started talking about souls. What did I miss?
The great mystery is...
Remy, look what I found. A genuine godlike.
Do you think they can hear us?
Let's find out. Hello, me, Yvette. You friend? Remy, take a note. Fluent speech and upright posture show marks of sophistication in the endangered godlike. We heard that Giada partnered up with an outsider, but I had no idea you were a godlike. Fascinating. Giada must have sent you to be our test subject. She knows how we adore your kind. Satisfy our curiosity.
The information wouldn't be worth anything if we just gave it to her freely, now would it? Let's begin the examination. If next time you go around the wheel, you might not get so lucky. Ooh, good answer.
My turn. Some would call you blessed. Others would call you cursed. The fact remains, you were touched by the gods. Would... So, you believe we need your help. Interesting.
Oh, I thought of another. We all know that godlike can't reproduce. How do you plan on leaving a legacy after you're gone? Well, there's no... I think...
So, do you want the good news or the...
There's no cure for the dream scourge.
Giada will be interested to learn that its nature is wild, so it has to be studied.
And like anything affecting the soul, it must be connected to... Thus, if she wishes to discover more about the dream scourge, a pillar of Adra would be a good place to start.
Precisely. A godlike and a scholar, too. Incredible.
Indeed. Just as Adra channels essence, so too may it provide a key to discovering more about the dream scourge.
Not that we'd ever be interested in such research, of course. How droll. An entity, you say? If this entity is with enough essence and a capable animancer, perhaps you could trace this tether.
Right, and with a little fresh sake, you can follow an ogre back.
Just be careful that your tether doesn't snap back and kill you in the process.
Now,
Hurry, before they change their minds.
Ugh, I might have
Wonder if she needs
dozed
a new
off there
research
for a
one.
bit. Were any of those words the ones we needed?
Anything to work with the great Giata Castel.
I saw you reach into Beatrice. Aha! So the blight got into my revenant and interfered with her raising. That confirms one of my theories. Sounds like I... Not really. But that's all right. You and I have something in common. Giata Castel wants my professional opinion. What an honor. I have to ask, is it true? Did Vidaro kick her out of town? He's a bigger fool than I thought. Very well. I'll tell you what I know about the Dream Scourge. But first, I need some help around the farm. I'm up to my ears in chores around here, and the Revenants can only do so much. They can't do... Anyway, I'm afraid the time has come to put down poor Silvo. You did? Poor Silvo. He was a brat. So, the Dream Scourge. I've been keeping an eye on the readings from my fields. But I believe the exotic plants and animals. There's something about... Quite right. A broken clock is right twice a day, after all. Adra is a conduit for essence. So maybe you'll find a connection between the essence and the Dream Scourge. Like the rings of a tree. Not to get too superstitious, but in these troubled times, the arrival of a god toward what end? Well, you and Giata are going to shake things up.
Oh, and thank you for the nightmare piece. I really have been sleeping entirely too well lately.
I'm remembering why people find this place unsettling.
I hope you aren't afraid of lightning. Where there's animacy, there's bound to be lightning. And you got his machine up and running. I helped Monto after his wife died. I'm going to... I hope you had Ellie when her best farmhand. I've always... I hate to admit it, but I saw that when Ignacy, he told me I was a fool. Sounds like you've met... So, did you learn anything of particular interest? And why? It's almost... Look at us. Barely even started. And already we're making progress. Monto's machine is working. Elia will keep an eye on her... I needed those animancers for more than their expertise. Monto's invention nullifies spiritual interference. Whenever I tap into an Adrepil, and then there's Yvette and Remy, I'd call that a good day's work. Animant, now we just need the... When my parents died, they left me their lives. Exactly. There are many ways of going about it, but my mother's invention will get us quick results. The problem is it's in the basement. I haven't gone down there.
I can't blame you for avoiding a place like that.
I would get it myself, but... The door to the basement is just outside. Please excuse me.
If that's where her parents died, I'm glad we can spare her from having to go back.
Okay, walking into the basement of an animancer I just met. Right, feels great.
Something's not right here. Stay ready.
Haven from the blight. Who grows here?
I feel pretty certain that those people aren't supposed to be plants.
What a horrific fate.
Beauty reborn. A life of peace.
Gods. We can leave now, right?
Poor Giada. To think she's been living with this right under her nose.
I don't.
I think those were Giada's parents. Whatever's left of them.
So they're dead?
Or something like that.
Gods. I can't believe this.
You're back. You found it. Did you see? Nowhere. It's been a while. All that's really down there is an unhappy map. My mother had an idea about how to use the essence of...
I've heard that story. Too many.
So I swore an oath. No one... I'm on the right track to figuring it out. Enough about me. With the phantasmal folk, I can also use it to smack around anyone who... The only thing we're missing now is an Naku Tedek, the old godless ruin west of Eora. There should be some equipment waiting for her. That rugged thing? Even if it... We used it to study the Adrepil. I hope they... Naku Tedek is... Historians think so, though not... Well, that... Before we head out, let's make the most of our time in Eora. And I hate to be a problem, but... That was not... When it comes to the Dream Scourge, I don't want there to be any mistakes.
Sounds good.
Once we're all together,
Did they not glow in the light? Her parents, her sentinels. To grow and flourish still. The lake dries. Endless spring. They breathe. They flower. They will never. Apple into seed. They sing. Do we not? They are strong now, vibrant, better than their frail shell. More than alive. Sleep now.
There should be some equipment by the Adra pillar.
We remember these walls. Yes, we have been here.
Well, here we are on the precipice of discovery, armed and ready for mischief.
I'm 2 out of 3 anyway.
Before we get started, indulge me. You're thinking like an animancer, and that's a good place to start. Now, in layman's terms, I'm chumming the water and dare... Probably not. All right. Drawing on the energy of the phantasmal focus, I'll start with a low-frequency ethereal vibration. I've got nothing. You?
Like I could go for some pie.
Shit. All right, adjusting the frequency. The focus is warming up. I hope that's a good sign. Let me know if you feel something. Who knows how your godlike nature will react to this. Brace yourself. We're going to pin this bastard down.
Are you sure about this?
Don't worry, I'm a professional. Now, here goes nothing.
Souls in a circle, a whirlpool. We twine, we twine.
Hey, I think I got something. The focus twitched, like a fishing rod. Is that a door? Not the result I was looking for, but a result nonetheless. Hold on to that feeling. Right before the door opened, I detected I was right. The Dream Scourge has a point of origin. Oh dear. Imagine tossing a... That's what you're asking, and it won't work. If we want to stop the Dream Scourge, we still need to learn more about the source of the... I hate to say it, but we'll get better results at the... Naturally, after you.
We gotta see what's down there now.
Gods!
I did not bring us here to explore. Clearly, something wants to be found.
Does this feel like the start of a cautionary campfire tale to anyone else?
I wonder, did you open the door? Or did the door open for you? Incredible. These ruins are untouched. We are the first to disturb them. When was the last time anyone walked these passages? It must have been centuries. No, millennia. I'm getting ahead. We'll talk more once we reach the bottom.
That looks like a piece of the thing you were fiddling with at camp.
Got eyes on something?
Show me what you got!
Let's finish this.
Just like the good old days. Good and raw! Good and raw!
No, a knife that pierces in the...
Look out. Some kind of trap.
Gather round!
What's the target?
Give me a second. Not bad for a scholar. Beautiful. Life into death. To think it survived all these years.
It's surprisingly colorful. I'm not sure what I expected.
We've seen godless architecture before. I've never seen godless art until now. Imagine how much has been lost. We should keep... I would not go swimming if I were you. Unless you wish to meet your maker. There must be a way across. If not underwater, perhaps over it. The height of some ice.
Right behind you.
Then rock!
What in the name of Eora is that?
You, think it's sleeping?
I've never seen anything like it before. I don't believe it's a statue. No, this was alive once. And the people who lived here were terrible.
Never a dull moment with you.
Come on! Come on!
They're having fun. Ready to make an entrance?
How did they even get down here? Clever things must have their own secret entrance. I'll say it, I'm impressed.
Stop right there! We've got something to the left! Next one's mine!
Any monsters left? Show yourselves. Some of us have work to do. I guess that means the coast is clear. Let's have a look at the Adra pit.
the Adra. Find us.
We've backed the Dream Scourge into a corner. The equipment, the last time we tried making the effect
You are here. You who bring us kind words and soothing thoughts, we welcome you. The mourners are gone now. Only the memories remain. We once belonged to the green and the wild. A people lived there once. They loved us as we loved them. They brought their dead. We are the heart in the soil, the lungs. We dream, the land stirs. We become. They brought their prey. Our people died, their books were burned. But we remember an age of connection. Our eyes opened. We were the earth, the sky, many into a whole. We touched the mountains and they molded to our fingerprints. The Akita twined around us. They sang in awe of what we made. They called us the gardener, steward, Sabado. Our spark found you when you do, but we have felt in you the seed of connection. We have, and you reach back. No, we do desire our freedom, yes, but we also wish to know you. Can two shoots not spring from the same seed? Find us, free us. The rot that festers seeps into us as well. Our cage is far from here, buried in the garden, beyond the poison sea. Your words are comfort indeed. Go to the halls of the Tabaru Sinakis. We will try to explain. Those who cherish us, the chosen of the Akita, wait there. They will show you the way to the garden. We will cleanse this rot with you once our hands are unbound. First, let us offer you a sliver of our... Will you accept it? Take it.
You're awake. Finally. We really pushed the phantasmal focus to its limits.
You were out a long time. We gotta start bringing pillows.
For a second there, I thought... Actually, never mind what I thought. Most of a day.
Hey, happens to the best of us.
While you were out, I got some clear readings of the Dream Scourge. I've tracked its origin. You've heard of it. Fascinating. Maybe someone knows about this garden. If we find the garden, we can... I hesitate to bring it up, but... Whatever you were communing with, it had a spirit. It must be connected to the Dream Scourge. Perhaps... Yes, Sapadal. I'm sorry? Sapadal is a god? You never heard them before? Not even... A trapped god. Trapped. And you spoke... Sorry, We've long theorized that all Adra is connected. The Adra here is... If Sapadal speaks and works through... Now that is a... We know the Dream Scourge is coming from this garden of yours.
I got a headache just thinking about it.
The real question is... Doesn't ring a bell. We'll find the source of the Dream Scourge in the garden.
Then that's where we start.
Let's return to Fjormissy. I wouldn't count on but the dreams. We should leave.
Finding a secret entrance and...
Wait. We smell the musk of war. We were sure they came.
I lost you for a second there. Oh no. Let's go.
Come on. There's a way up those stairs.
There is such a thing as learning too much. The mortal mind... Oh my god! No!
Andra's deaths. This was no accident.
What happened? Who did this? The city's under attack. Come, there isn't a moment to waste. I just hope Quilici is all right.
Something's burning. Doesn't look like the city, but let's make sure no one's hurt.
I can't believe this. All things considered, Fjormissy Verno looks undamaged. Surprising when you consider the state of our defenses. Whoever started this fight didn't come prepared to finish it. To oblige them. Someone with a dangerous enemy today.
We'll fight them with you, Giada.
They break. They bind us.
see.
I hope everyone is all right. My people settled these lands in the name of freedom. Our oppressors caught up to us. I hate living in interesting times. Nicely done!
On your right!
Just like the good old days. Watch the left.
Company! I was worried for a second.
Kid, let's set out. We've tarried long enough.
Who's on, boy? There's the city. Thank goodness. It's good to see home again.
Envoy, over here. I see you avoided the carnage. A few of your countrymen, well, let's say they didn't know any better.
You may have beaten us today, but it's only a matter of...
Shut up. Since the two of you are kin, I thought maybe you could help squeeze some information out of him. What we know is this. The Steel Garrote marched on...
And you taught them the error of their way.
Just doing my job. What I don't understand is why they came unprepared. Few soldiers. If the Steel Garrote wanted to start a fire, they sure didn't pack a lot of fire.
That was you?
Well, that's one question down. As for our friend here...
It doesn't matter what you do.
Now listen. I am a bit... You are dear and...
Your threats are wasted, Kerr. Inquisitor Ludwig gave the order... She doesn't care about the emerald stairs on the...
I fail to see how attacking...
The coast is the only habitable corner in the living lands. What choice do we have? Tradition...
That is, without a doubt, the worst...
Speaking from experience, people don't use...
Ludwig tried to hasten the...
Ah, now that is what What do you want to do with him? As an...
Violence is the language of the Steel Garrote.
I say throw back the little ones if they're not in a position to do more harm. Besides, he's probably more scared of what'll happen.
Your call, Envoy. I will see to it myself.
As much as I want to rip his soul...
But you can't send me back to Ludwig.
I can't wait to find out. See you around, Envoy.
A fate worse than death, perhaps. But fate nonetheless.
Good call. He's Ludwig's problem. Not worth getting your hands dirty.
You did right by us. Thank you, Envoy.
Envoy, I owe you my gratitude. And perhaps an apology. You took care of the Steel Garrote before they could cause...
You listen to your instincts. No doubt your Inquisitor is aware of what happened here.
The Inquisitor is not one to be trifled with. As for us, we're still standing.
We agree on one thing.
That sort of thinking is precisely why my
What happened here is no coincidence. Today marks a notable victory, but tell us, what...
I'm...
Pardon?
The very notion that the dreams...
Are you being serious right now?
I am. The sanctuary my family built was for... You must understand. My mother is the Dream Scourge. To face reality would mean upending my... I'm so...
Don't waste your apologies on me.
I don't expect your forgiveness. Whatever you have to say.
You want me to do the talking? The evidence is clear. The Living Lands is on the edge of an... We may know the origin of the Dream Scourge. By following it... Now for the bad news. An undiscovered god...
But this is madness! Koichi, tell...
Envoy.
You truly think you can find it?
First the Dream Scourge.
This is no time for a theological... We can't
But we can return someday. We should relocate to Thirdborn. It's the only settlement that...
No. I say we go to Paradise.
And I...
As long as we are... Instead, we...
While we hide, we can't gamble with our existence. The political climate of...
Thirdborn's full of hardy types. Lots of former soldiers and mercenaries. A rough bunch, but good to have at your back. It's also farther from the Steel Garrote's base of operations.
Thirdborn has its own problems. Paradise is more secure, but it would... I don't like our options.
We'll be proud to lend our strength to theirs.
What of you, Envoy? Where does the hunt for the Dream Scourge...
Oh, I do.
Yardsley? Don't tell me you are getting swept up.
Oh, really? You should know better, darling. If you're looking for the garden, you're already aware that I'm the foremost king.
godless scholar, my dear. No one.
Ah, right. Lame. Well, to make a long story short, which is in Shatterscarp, so we've got to get there now. Though the city was saved, my research wasn't, which means the Steel Garrote knows just as much as we do. Oh no. I've got to warn Temerity. Meet me in Thirdborn, all right? You can't miss...
You'll need both to survive the Living Lands, but at least you won't be lacking in good judgment.
Don't speak too soon.
I can promise you a good brain, but it doesn't always come. For what it's worth, I vouch for Yatsley. She's a good friend and a bad influence. Right now, we could use both.
There's a gate to the north. I'll make sure that...
Exploring the Living Lands with a friend. What more could I ask for?
Back to Shatterscarp, then. No one ever...
What have you found?
They call themselves the Akita.
Woodika will be displeased.
Woodika.
I presume Woodika will entreat me to come.
The simplest.
I will not.
You fear you cannot.
Their souls drift on without...
I agree. The Queen may have her motives. Sometime.
I hope this...
Not bad. A little art to brighten up the camp.
A moment of your time, if you please. From one Adiran to another. I go where the Inquisitor commands. You interfered in our plans. That's exactly why I've come.
You lost the fight for Emerald Stair?
Hear me out. Believe it or not, the Steel Garrote...
Bring us her severed...
That temperament of yours is exactly the problem. Maybe I can convince... You might not want to admit it, but for your messy there... Weak government, chaotic farm...
My home, which...
You've done nothing but condemn it. shouting.
I fight for my home because I cherish it,
Then I hope you enjoy the consequence. Fior Messiverno's reliance on You're here for the health of the island. Look, I'm only telling you this because if Heelgard cannot maintain a grip on the living land, you see, the Steel Garrod answer to the Burned Queen, not your floundering empire. And because we have one thing in... Inquisitor Ludwig sees something in you, and you don't want to get between her and the fate. Our grasp on this island is going to tighten. What you do with this information is up to you. You know I can't make that. Before I let you go, the little birds...
You don't have to answer that.
Of course, that would have been impossible with the...
You did...
I took the liberty of removing them. That's a matter of perspective. Ludwig is keeping her... When you arrive in Shatterscarp, give this letter to Tmerti. Compliments of the Inquisitor. No need to keep you any longer. You know, there's a depraved part.
Let's make this a bet.
Sorry, it'll be over.
Show me what you I'll fix it. I need a moment. Stop right there. Enemy to the right! Back where I said! Come on! Come on! Here goes! Watch your back! Over here!
Another glorious battle.
You came to Emerald Stair looking for answers. And now, how do we fight the Dream Scourge? What can we... Not to mention why the Steel Garrote... Who cares what she believes? What right have the dead to judge the living? We were lucky this time. My people will be... The Steel Garrote are hunting anyone who doesn't conform to their vision.
So on top of the Dream Scourge rotting your fields and turning kith and beast alike into monsters, now we've got a Death Guard Inquisitor and the Steel Garrote dog. Do you think Ludwig will try something similar in Thirdborn? Thirdborn's a rugged, lots of Rawatayans. Add to that a monk. But rumor has it something's amiss in Shatterscarp. People wandering into the desert and never returning, or... their bodies and mind. So,
at least that tells us we're on the right. This Dream Scourge is one. Right.
Everything we learned in Naku Tadek points us to the... But we don't know anything about the garden. Whatever the garden is... Indeed. And deep roots. Yatsli is a master of the... If there is a path to the garden...
Or maybe that god poking...
Ask for directions. Whatever Sapadal tells us will be filtered... This is so...
Pastel. A voice through murky water.
Did you get him? What? No. Clearly your link to Sapadal isn't as strong as it was in Nak...
I'll pass. I've heard...
Right. If I wanted to waste...
Just me then. Really?
So let me see if I got... We're looking...
Don't look at me. Stop. You're
Listen, I hate to ask this, but while we're in there's an old battlefield. Tama lost his badge.
Takes courage to go back for something you lost.
Get some rest. I want... Not before we... Just to rest well.
Sleep well. We've got a long road ahead.
We should talk. What happened to Fjord Messiven? But that doesn't mean the living lands. And in my case, no matter where Animancers go, nothing enrages the gods more. Don't worry. I plan... Listen to me. Even with all the... How do I... I do. My parents died pursuing a better... And right now, I have... Pleasant dreams.
You smell death here.